Perhaps you have already wondered, or you actually wanted to take advantage of our extremely quick to install Xpress system with the D-Dome, but perhaps you had the situation where you had to clamp the modules on the long side, maybe because the module manufacturer generally does not allow clamping on the short side, or only allows it up to a certain load situation, but you had relatively high snow or wind loads, and so you had to resort to the classic system, which is more flexible and allows for such a situation, but of course takes longer in installation time than the Xpress system. And so yes, we figured that it might be the case and that some of you have already been in this situation. Therefore, we have expanded our Dome 6 family further. We have the D-Dome 6.10 Xpress LS, which I brought here for you. It combines the advantages of the Xpress variant with the option to clamp the module on the long side, needed in certain situations. You'll see here the components have changed a little bit, but the principle is the same as the original Xpress variant. Here you'll see I'm only half prepared, or maybe over prepared actually. This is our base set, and this is how it gets delivered to the construction site. Maybe we can rotate it a bit more, then it will be even clearer. So all components except the peaks and the module clamps. So basically you have 3 different components. Well, not quite 3, but you'll see there's more to come. The mid plate here is a bit different from the previous Xpress systems, but it has been further improved to allow for a new fixing methodology. That means the peaks are even easier to insert. You can see here on the underside this little hook or lip, I would say, and you just have to insert it here and the peak, and then you just let it snap in with a light click. And of course do this twice. Then I can lay the module on, clamp it, and it's done. The next module row is then connected easily with the next rail connection and our Xpress rail connector, as you may already know it from our original Xpress system. The bolt is simply pushed through the existing holes in the rail, secured with the cotter pin, and done. The same is done on the other side with the other rail. I suspect that by the end of the year this rail connector will be updated with a newer version, and here's the second development stage in the evolution of our dome systems. This new rail connector, I'll show it to you right here. It now consists of only 1 part instead of 5 parts like the old rail connector. It has a small plate inside and protrudes here at the bottom with sharp edges, and these are used for potential equalization between the 2 rails. We simply insert it, lift the flap slightly, then slide it over until the latches snap in at the bottom, and we have the potential equalization. During a transitional period, the parts, the base sets, will be equipped with the hole on the side as well as the 2 slots at the bottom, so that both the new and old rail connectors can be used for the original and updated base sets. I think that's all I have to show you today regarding the components. I'll head over now and we'll take a look at some pictures and briefly plan the base. It's always nice to see the components, but I still want to show you pictures here to highlight some of the difference between LS and non-LS. And to do so, we will look at the assembly instructions and some information online. The LS in the product name, in the system name, stands for long side. This means the modules are clamped on the long side rather than the short side. We have a picture here of our Dome 6 Classic system where the modules are clamped on the short side. Alright, here you can see what I mean. This means the rail runs along here, and in contrast, when clamped on the long side, the rail runs along here directly underneath the module rather than between them. Of course, if I use the same parts here, the module inclination would decrease somewhat. If the peak is here, then I have 10 degrees, and if I push it out, I might only have 9 degrees. And to prevent this, we've made the new peak a few centimeters longer, so that even if it sits on the outer edge, it still raises the module to 10 degrees. Okay, now let's take a look at the base planning. I've already prepared a project. We are going to use this one. At our project site, this location is in our hometown in Renningen, southern Germany, in the industrial area. I found a nice flat roof there, which I've already drawn. If we go to buildings here, we can see the roof is already set up, all parameters drawn in, and I've also drawn in the obstacles. Let's move on to the design page. I've already selected the module. Then we can choose our DDOM 6.10 here and the installation type below. In our case, it would be the Xpress LS. I select it, go to add, and make my module field as large as I want it. I don't need to make any big changes now. That already looks pretty good. I could, of course, modify the thermal separations here a bit. We could move this one down here, but then we'll take those ones out instead. Then we have a nice block here. Yeah, that looks good. And let's take a look at the results. And here we see our system is in order. The ballast is displayed to us. Relatively low ballast, again, as we are used to with the DDOM, which means there's not an enormous additional load on the roof. So this new DDOM 6.10 Xpress LS is again a very roof-friendly system. Let's go to the summary where we have our article list and can download our report.